Hello everyone, it's Old Guardian here. In these final weeks of Rise of Shadows meta, I've been playing some combo decks, because playing combo decks gives at least a little bit of joy while trying to wait for that new expansion that's soon coming. And just so you can find the good combo deck lists, I am here to list top 3 combo decks in late Rise of Shadows. There are full deck guides of all of these decks on this channel. You can find links in the cards of this video. But let's take a brief overview of the top 3 decks. Coming in at number 3 is Nomi Priest. Nomi Priest is a combo deck that attempts to play Nomi that fills your board with 6/6 elementals. So you want to cycle through your deck rapidly, then you play Nomi, use Seance Nomi, so you get a copy into your hand, and you can do it again, so you can play 3 Nomi boards, and that's enough to make almost all control decks crumble. Alternatively, when you're playing against aggressive decks, you can Seance your Grave Horrors, and something like Rogue is going to have a very hard time surviving a surprising 3/7/8 taunts on the board. Those are the main strengths of the deck. Control Warrior, Rogue. This is a very good deck against those classes. However, the deck generally struggles to remove all the threats of Cyclone Mage. The build that I've been playing with runs double Mass Hysteria. Mass Hysteria has often been cut nowadays from Nomi Priest lists. But range of that at least gives you some fighting chance against Mage, otherwise the matchup is just almost hopeless. But that still leaves you with another tough counter, which is Bomb Warrior. Because you're going to have to cycle through your deck, Seanced Grave Horrors are not going to do it, Bomb Warrior easily has enough removal to kill them. So your deck is going to be empty, bombs will be shuffled in. Then it's just a matter, does the Bomb Warrior find Elec, does he find enough bombs? If he doesn't, you win. If he does, there's not much you can do except draw some bombs and take damage. If you like a fast-paced combo deck, then of the current combo decks in the meta, Nomi Priest most resembles a traditional combo deck. You just cycle through your deck very quickly, draw, try to get to the end, get all the pieces, go for it. But it is also the weakest of the 3. Coming in at number 2 is Megatoon Warrior. Megatoon Warrior is almost like playing Control Warrior, except that if you face a Control Warrior you win at the end. So that's pretty fun, right? You have almost all the same removal capabilities as Control Warrior, but you're missing a little bit because you need to put in the combo. I prefer the Malygos version. There are 2 variants, one with Malygos, one with the Undertaker. The Undertaker version just crumbles if there are any hexes or polymorphs in the meta. Luckily there are not at the moment, so it's a playable variant as well. Whereas the Malygos variant is a little bit more consistent in what it's doing. The combo itself is that at the end, when you have drawn all of your cards, because Mecha'thun requires that you have no cards in hand, deck or board, then your final hand is Mecha'thun, the Boom Ship, Malygos, Whirlwind, 2 copies of Inner Rage, and optionally 1 additional minion with at most 6 health. Then you Boom Ship the minions on the board, you Inner Rage Mecha'thun and Malygos, and then you play Whirlwind, and boom, all of your minions die, board is cleared, that's a win. Megatoon Warrior can also win by playing the Control Warrior game against aggressive decks, just removing all their threats, in which case you can also use like Malygos, Whirlwind for defensive purposes, or sometimes you can also just Boom Ship your big minions on the board and hit the opponent in the face if you have been forced to use some of your combo pieces to defend. And sometimes if you have been forced to use some of your combo pieces to defend, but the opponent has minions on the board, because Boom Ship gives the minions rush, you have the ability to rush them in and make them die. For a combo deck, Megatoon Warrior is on the slow side. That's why whenever there has been a real combo meta, Megatoon Warrior has not been successful, because it takes a long time to assemble its combo and draw through its deck. But it's like a combo control hybrid, really. So you're playing a very control-less style, except with some additional card draw and combo finish at the end. And the number 1 combo deck in the current meta is Holy Rat Paladin. Such a very satisfying combo deck. At the end you also need to draw all of your cards with this deck, and then at the end you play Shirvallah on the board, you Baleful Banker a copy of Shirvallah into the deck, and then you point Holy Rat to the opponent's face, and that Holy Rat will then draw the Shirvallah, and Shirvallah will have its regular mana cost of 25 for purpose of damage dealing, so that's going to be 25 damage. And you can do that twice because you have 2 copies of Baleful Banker and you have 2 copies of Holy Wrath. for a total of 50 damage if needed. Additionally, this build that I've been running includes a copy of Alexstrasza. I find that without Alexstrasza I just lose to Control Warrior, but with Alexstrasza I have a chance, because then I have a total of 65 damage over 3 turns, and that tends to be enough to beat even Control Warrior's armor. Just barely, it's very close, but it tends to be enough. This deck is also very good at beating Cyclone mages. There's a number of board clears here. You can empty your deck pretty rapidly, and Cyclone Mage doesn't heal a lot, so one Holy Rat the phase at the end is generally enough to end the game. I also like my list because of the Youthful Brewmaster, and that gives me just a pretty decent game against more aggressive decks, because I can play Shirvala much more aggressively in the mid game in order to heal, because I have the option to also bounce it back into my hand. Overall a fun combo deck to play. You can find full deck guides with mulligans and sample gameplay for all of these decks in the card links. And if you're looking for something fun to do in these last weeks of Rise of Shadows meta, then these decks are definitely that. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the show, please click the like button and subscribe to my channel for more.